Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Sorry, if you get the reference, you know what I mean. Whatever. Anyway, so I have this awesome package. This is from Sean, who I'm not sure if he wants me to put his info out there, so I'm not going to. I'll talk to him, and I might link it down below. But I do want to give a big shout out to Backpack B. So, Backpack B, he helped me by designing emojis and badges for my memberships. So if you want to join the memberships, there's a join button down there if you're on Android or a PC, or a computer. And you'll get access to some cool emojis like ball sacks and beer glasses and ball sack eyeballs. They're funny, okay? But Backpack B created them for me, so I want to give a shout out to him. And Sean is like one of his best friends, and they live close to each other. And I want you, if you have time, I'll link it below, to go check out Backpack B's latest video where he does this thing called Collection Divers, my favorite series on YouTube now, where he went through Sean's collection, and it was just really cool. And yeah, I love Backpack B. Brent is a good friend at this point, an awesome dude. So is Sean. I don't know Sean as well as I know Brent, but he is also an amazing dude. So I just wanted to give Brent a shout out. Check out his channel, and you will see this knife in that collection diver video. And that's what triggered me to say, hey, I'm gonna ask Sean if I can borrow that. I never do that, guys. Like, I can't remember, I'm sure it's happened, but I can't remember the last time I reached out to somebody and was like, hey man, can I borrow this knife? Like, normally people offer loaners, or it's like friends, like other channels that I loan stuff, and then they're like, I'm sending your package back. What should I put in there? You know what I mean? But like, this was like, I reached out to him and was like, hey man, I'd love to borrow this knife. That never happens, because I don't get that excited about knives that aren't mine, right? I'd rather just buy one. Well, here we are. This is the Grimsmo Rask, and I've wanted to check one of these out for a while, because I really am a Holt fan, sort of. Like, I am, but I don't own any anymore because they just aren't for me, if that makes sense. But I totally appreciate the knife and the build quality and the action. So I naturally compare the Holt knives to this knife. And I want to just like feel it and see if it is in that, you know, if it's in that category, basically. So hang on a second. He really wrapped it up because this is his baby. It's like a $1,200 knife. And yeah, he just let me borrow it, which, amazing, right? And I totally destroyed this box, so don't worry, dude. I will get a fresh box back to you. Grimsmo knives, baby. I checked out the Norseman, but this is the Rask. It's their little flipper knife. Not little, but here it is. And he's got one with the sort of bronze hardware and stonewash blade, it looks like, which is cool because I see a lot of acid etched blade ones, and I'm not into that. Now, I did promise I would not carry this or cut more than a sheet of paper with it, which is fair, totally fair. And I wouldn't have anyway, honestly. I would have checked sharpness, and that's it. And I'll be giving you guys an overview of this knife. It won't be a full review because, well, I can't really carry it and use it, so that's not fair. But look at this thing. I just think it's a gorgeous outline. I've heard so many good things about it. It has this sort of starburst pattern. There's the bronze sort of hardware. Pivot is still plain tie, which is interesting. Centering is dead nuts. And it is a frame lock. It says Rask number 463, and it's actually an RWL 34, which sucks, but that's okay. I mean, it's just not my favorite steel. Let's give her a flip. Let's feel that detent. Okay. Okay. It's shot out of there. Let's close her. No play, guys. All right, let me feel this detent a little better left-handed. So, yeah, it's weird. Oh, my goodness. It's not soft, but it sort of feels soft. Push button works. Light switch works. So I gotta say, if you're comparing it to the haptic, it does not have the sort of haptic detent system with the nub where it really makes these great acoustics and it feels like such a clean brake. It doesn't have that. But yet, I like the flipper tab better. I do wish there was a little more jimping on it, but it's not pokey. The haptic flipper tab is just too pokey for me. I keep missing this one. And that's because it's just not very jimped. But once you know that you need to kind of just put your finger on top and then pull it down, it works really well. But I was kind of trying to slide over it. That makes sense. You got to just hook your finger on top and pull, and you'll get it out. The closing action is insane. That is better than the haptic, I think. It's just got this very quick sort of drop to it, if you see what I'm saying. Awesome drop. No play, man. Like, no play in any direction. Very, very nice. Just stole that from Bees. Very, very nice. Yeah, this thing is awesome. And look at that blade. I mean, it's got a flat grind, but I mean, it's a pretty thin stock to start with, and it comes down to what feels like a really thin edge. Feels like a good edge on it. The lock bar, oh, it kind of has the Norseman double bounce a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, you can kind of get a double bounce going. I'm sure you could tighten this down more if you wanted to, but he has it dialed, man. Yeah, Sean, I totally see why you like this knife. There's no pivot lash. Look at the tolerances. NAF Sergeant would love this. He is all about that gap in the handle. There's none right here. Look at that. That is unbelievable tolerance. The lock bar relief is inside the handle. Man, it's really nice left-handed too. I can kind of just disengage and let it drop down. It's very smooth. Yeah. Not, so I'd say it's not as satisfying on the flick as the haptics are, but in the same notion, it doesn't hurt to flick. Where the haptic, to me, just always, you could flick it a few times and then your fingers started to feel it. And I tried adjusting the detent with the detent system, and it never changed the detent. It was always sort of stiff. Yeah, this feels really good. This lock bar is super thin. The cutout is nice. It has a lock bar insert and probably over travel. You guys will see this. I guess I'll do the overview or whatever desktop. Really nice pivot. Has that Grimsmo pivot. Yeah, guys, I really like this knife. So there you go. That is the Grimsmo Rask. What a sweet knife. Thank you, Sean. I totally appreciate it. It's gonna go right back in the case, and then I'll have it at my desk at home, and I'll get the video wrapped up overview style, and I can ship this back out probably by the end of the week. So really appreciate it, Sean. And I know Sean would love me to make sure you guys go check out Backpack Beats channel. Love Brent. Links down below to all this stuff, meaning Brent and the video I talked about from Brent. And yeah, thanks a lot, Sean. Much appreciated. And guys, stay positive. Be a positive beacon in the community. Try to keep things positive. Avoid the drama. Forget about the drama. Blow it off. If there's anybody that bugs you, just move on. Just forget them. I talk to so many people in this community. If I needed to forget about a couple of them, I could do that real easy and it wouldn't bother me. Don't be a dick. spread the love, guys. Spread the love. I love you all. Ball sacks for everyone on memberships. And I hope you have a fantastic day. I will catch you later. I'm a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.